Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and before I jump into this video, I just want to ask you guys to give me the HBO special, and that is the Help a Brother Out. And you can do that by hitting the subscribe button, leaving a like underneath this video. It helps me out a lot. Guys, what the hell is going on with the Golden State Warriors? Currently, the Golden State Warriors are 6-9. They just lost to the Phoenix Suns, and that is a huge surprise to me because the Golden State Warriors are coming off of a championship run in which they just won a championship in last June, and nothing changed. They didn't lose anybody, and coming into the season, they looked really healthy. I personally thought that the Golden State Warriors were going to start the season 15-0. I feel really dumb for tweeting this now, but instead of starting 15-0, they've been stinking up the whole Bay Area. And if it weren't for the Lakers sucking so much and stinking up the whole west coast of the continental United States, the whole of California, and if it weren't for Kyrie Irving and his controversial saga going on in the media right now, all eyes would be pointed at the Golden State Warriors, because I don't think I've ever seen a team suck this much after winning a championship. The only other team I can think of actually is the Rams right now. The Rams suck, and they just won a Super Bowl last year. And I feel like nobody's talking about this, and if they are, I don't think it's being talked about adequately. So it's high time somebody asks the question, what is going on in the Bay Area? I think there are multiple factors that go into why the Warriors are struggling right now. The first factor is the dreaded championship hangover. This normally happens to a team of any sport in which they win the championship and they go on a binge or a spree of partying in the offseason, and by the time they come back, their motivation just isn't as high as it was, and they have a faulty start or they have a slow start. It's been 15 games into the season and the Warriors are 6-9. So this could explain the atrocious record that the Warriors have right now. The second reason is fatigue. Now, this fatigue isn't like any other fatigue. This fatigue in particular is only a fatigue that the Warriors would experience. And this again plays into the championship fatigue. Why? Because the Warriors have been to 6 of the last 8 NBA Finals. That is a lot of games played. That is a lot of quality basketball played. These group of guys have been playing at such a high level for so long that I can't really blame them for slowing down. When you couple that with the fact that they're also aging, imagine playing at that level and aging. Every year, your body's worse off than it was the last year, and you're playing still at a level that was either as good as last year or better. And the Warriors, these group of guys, particularly Draymond, Steph Curry, and Klay Thompson, they've been doing this since 2014. That's when the Golden State Warriors really took off. 2014, 8 years going. And so I think that could be playing a role in the Golden State Warriors slowing down. I mean, their backbone, their guys are slowing down, except for Steph Curry. Steph Curry is still Steph Curry. Is carrying them right now. Were it not for Steph Curry, they would have a worse record. And I know that's obvious, but you really have to watch a Warriors game to see how much Steph Curry is carrying this Golden State Warriors team. Ever since Draymond Green got into a fight with Jordan Poole, no, actually, it wasn't even a fight. Ever since Draymond Green knocked the living hell out of Jordan Poole, the Warriors have been fragmented. This Warriors team is the most fragmented the Warriors have been since the rift that Draymond had with Kevin Durant. And the reason is because, of course, they're going to be fragmented. That locker room will never be the same. There are guys in the locker room that either sided with Draymond Green or were cool with Draymond Green, and there were guys that were cool with Jordan Poole and sided with Jordan Poole. When you have a locker room that's not cohesive, that's not one unit, they can't possibly play great team basketball like the brand of basketball we know the Golden State Warriors for. The selfless passing, the seamless cutting, the extra pass, knocking down threes. You can't play like that when, in the back of your mind, you're thinking, are these guys cool? You know what I mean? If I pass to this guy, is that guy gonna get mad at me? Because, you know what I mean? It's like they can play it off in the media and to the outside world that they're fine, but that locker room will never be the same. Speaking of Draymond Green has been the linchpin, the soul of the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry has been the face, the brand, the most talented of the Golden State Warriors trio. Draymond Green has been the soul, he's been the battery in their back, he's been the fire underneath their butts that sparks at them to do better when they need to do better. And slowly but surely, Draymond Green has been sliding away from that role. And I can understand why. Again, it goes back to that fight with Jordan Poole that he had, but also Draymond Green sees the writing on the wall. He knows he might not be here next year. Why? Because the Warriors just paid Jordan Poole a ton of money, and they also paid Andrew Wiggins a ton of money, and there's not enough money on the Warriors books to pay him the amount of money that he wants. He's probably gonna leave. This might be the last year for the trio of Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, and Steph Curry. And even their head coach, Steve Kerr, has talked about this. Steve said, "We know this isn't going forever. This could be the last year, maybe next year's the last year. We're in the final stages. We know that." Steve Kerr's a smart guy. Everyone in the locker room knows it. All good things must come to an end, right? They had a spectacular run from 2014 to 2022, and barring 2 years in which Klay Thompson and Steph Curry were injured, they were spectacular. They put up some of the best teams in the NBA that we've ever seen. Teams that rival the 1996 Chicago Bulls. They're in the latter years of this journey. And many speculate this could be Draymond Green's last year with the Golden State Warriors. Reports have been coming out that the Lakers are interested in Draymond Green, and Draymond Green noticeably looks like he's interested in the Lakers, particularly because how much he's been cozying up to LeBron. A few weeks ago, the Warriors played the Lakers, and mid-game, while Draymond Green was on the bench, LeBron comes up to Draymond Green in front of the Warriors bench, and they start chopping it up and laughing right in front of Draymond's teammates. And you could tell from their looks, like they were not happy with that. And there again speaks to that rift, that fragmentation of the team. The writing's on the wall. We all know where this is going. But with all that being said, we have to also talk about the huge elephant in the room, Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson's play has come into question, and rightfully so. Klay Thompson hasn't been himself since he returned all the way back in December of 2021. And in order for the Warriors to be the Warriors that we know and love, Klay Thompson has to be Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson has to be quick, nimble, quick laterally, be able to knock down his three-pointers, and that's just not the Klay Thompson that returned. He's been privy to this criticism, and he even spoke about it. These are the statements that he had to say when talking about himself and his injury and coming back. He said that, "I have no doubt in my mind I'll get back to form. I was there last year, I was there when we won a championship, and I have no doubt we'll get back there." So he has confidence in himself. He also said this about his injury and the journey it took for him to come back to even stepping foot on the court. He said, "I feel like I deserve more credit for battling through all this injury stuff." But even more, he expanded on his future, on what can we expect from him going forward. He said, "The best I ever felt was in 2019. I know I can't get back there, but even if I get to 90% of that, still hell of a player." And that speaks volumes. He acknowledges the guy he used to be, he will never be that. He will never be the Klay Thompson from 2019. And it's easy to tell. You watch a Warriors game, you can tell. Klay Thompson's struggling to stay in front of Devin Booker. And the Klay Thompson that I know, he wasn't only an offensive threat, he was also a defensive threat. Klay Thompson used to be able to stay in front of shiftiest and best ball handler this league had ever seen, Kyrie Irving. That goes to show you why the Warriors are in the state that they are in right now. There have even been talks that the Warriors might just bench Klay Thompson. So yeah, those are the factors that are going into why the Warriors suck right now. And it's just very, very shocking and surprising because it's like they walked off a cliff. Nobody goes from winning a championship to being a below 500 team 15 games into the season without losing a star. They didn't lose anybody. Yeah, guys, those are just my thoughts on the Warriors and why they are struggling right now. If you like this kind of content, then this is the channel for you. So make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and until next time, kids.